Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Acupuncture and Moxibustion class. Today, our topic is Therapeutic Properties of Acupoints. Points are the sites where qi and blood are transported, as well as places where pathogenic qi invade. They are also the spots for applying acupuncture and moxibustion therapies to prevent or treat diseases. The stimulation of acupuncture and moxibustion at points, mid-joint meridians, regulate flow of qi and blood, and restore the balance of yin and yang, so that harmony can be restored as well as strengthen the healthy qi and remove pathogenic qi. The therapeutic properties of acupoints can be classified into following three aspects: local and distant properties, remote properties, special properties. Then, let's talk about the local and distant properties. It means that all acupoints, which include 14 meridian points, extraordinary points, and Ashi points, can treat disorders of nearby tissues and organs. For example, the points of ocular regions, Jingming, bladder 1, Sibai, stomach 2, and Cuanzhu, bladder 2, can treat the disorders of eyes such as myopia, lacrimation when exposed to wind. The points around the knee joints, Weizhong, bladder 40, Weiyang, bladder 39, and Heyang, bladder 55, can treat the diseases of knee joints, such as weakness and paralysis of the knees. The points of upper abdomen, Zhongwan, conception vessel 12, Liangmen, stomach 21, and Jianli, conception vessel 11, can treat the diseases of epigastric regions, such as epigastric distension, stomachache. Then, let's move on to the remote properties. In clinic, we found that the meridian points, especially those of the 12 meridians, located below the elbow or knee joints, are also effective for disorders of remote locations on the course of their pertaining meridians. When we learn the remote properties of acupoints, we have to mention an important group of points, 5 transport points. So, what are the 5 transport points? 5 transport points refer to 5 groups of points distributed distally to the elbow or knee joints, namely Jing well, Yin spring, Shu stream, Jing river, and He sea. The ancient Chinese doctors described qi and blood flowing in the meridians as water flowing from the spring into the sea, all going from the shallow to the deep in the natural world, just like the picture shows. The qi of meridians flows from the distal extremities to the elbows or knees in a sequence of Jing well, Yin spring, Shu stream, Jing river, and He sea. Take the large intestine meridian as example. The Jing well points are mostly situated on the tips of the fingers or toes, where the meridian qi starts to bubble, just like water coming out of a well. hence the name 颈 whale points. 商阳 Large intestine 1 is the 颈 whale point of the large intestine meridian. The yin spring points are situated distally to the metacarpophalangeal joints or the metatarsophalangeal joints, where the meridian qi starts to rush, just like a spring. Hence the name yin spring points. 二间 Large intestine 2 is yin spring point of the large intestine meridian. The shoestring points are situated proximal to the metacarpophalangeal joints or the metatarsophalangeal joints, where the meridian qi flows, just like a stream. Hence the name shoestring points. 三间 is shoestring point of the large intestine meridian. The Jing River points are situated proximal to the wrist joints or ankle joints, where the meridian qi is pouring abundantly, just like a river. Hence the name Jing River points. Yangxi Large intestine 5 is Jing River point of the large intestine meridian. Finally, the Hexi points are situated near the elbow or the knees, where the meridian qi goes into the body and gathers in the zone organs, just like the convergence of the river into the sea. Hence the name Hexi points. 曲池 Large intestine 11 is the Hexi point of the large intestine meridian. The basis of the remote properties is the indications of points extend to where their pertinent meridians reach. For example, Yanglingquan, gallbladder 34, are not only effective for atrophy and paralysis in the lower limbs, but are used for treatment of jaundice, bitter taste in the mouth, and pain in the hypochondriac region. 足三里 stomach 36 can also applied for the stomachache, abdominal distension, vomiting, and diarrhea. Let's go to the special therapeutic properties. Some points of our human body have certain special effects, such as bidirectional beneficial regulation, general regulation, and other specific actions. We will master the properties from the following examples. 天枢 Stomach 25, a point of stomach meridian located 2 cun lateral to the umbilicus, can deal with constipation and diarrhea. 内关 Pericardium 6, a point of the pericardium meridian, located on the palmar side of the forearm, 2 cun above the transverse crease of the wrist, and between the tendons of palmaris longus and flexor carpi radialis, can treat bradycardia and tachycardia. 大椎 Governor vessel 14, a point of governor vessel on the posterior midline, in a depression below the spinous process of the 7th cervical vertebra. Pricking with a 3-edged needle at this point can clear heat and cure the febrile diseases. 至阴 Bladder 67, a very good example for specific actions. It is the Jing whale point and last point of the bladder meridian, and located at the lateral side of the tip of the little toe, 0.1 cun lateral to the nail corner. In clinic, we can apply moxibustion at this point to correct the malposition of the fetus. Then, I think we should review what we learned today. This topic, we talked about the therapeutic properties of acupoints. Local and distant therapeutic properties. The properties for all the acupoints. Remote therapeutic properties. The properties for the acupoints in tail regular readings, especially below the elbow or knee. Special therapeutic properties, which include bidirectional beneficial regulation, general regulation, and relative specificity. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. Next class, we'll learn how to locate acupoints in clinic. See you next time.